morning. Welcome to Mornings with Michael for information and educational purposes only. Today, we're going to look at the inflation report, how stocks are reacting to it, and let's get to a word of the day, Skeuomorph. What is Skeuomorph? It's an object or feature which imitates the design of similar artifact made from another material. In computing, an element of graphical user interface which mimics a physical object, the museum had several skeuomorphs of original Bronze Age weaponry. Let's go to our S&P 500 heat map. It is slow in responding. We'll get it up here. There is Microsoft up 0.5%. Apple is down 1%. Apple was in the news about their ad for the iPad. They had to make an apology. Google and Meta are pretty flat. Consumer defensive is up slightly. Thermo Scientific is up today. NVIDIA is up slightly. Broadcom is considered to be a higher rated purchase right now, according to some research reports. Financials are up. And that is kind of the story. Bitcoin and Ethereum are trending down. So we'll get to those in a moment. Share our screen again. So we have a chart on the annuities. Annuities are now offering between 30 to 45% bonuses for people who are concerned about a hard landing in our economy. We'll just share that chart here. That up. View pattern. Here we go. So annuity goes up in value, goes up in value, and does not lose money. Beats index investing by about 5%, and you can see the index investing bobs and weaves with market prices. 2008, this went down 54%. If a lot of retirees are not interested in this type of scenario, so this is why they are rolling their monies over to annuity, where they will not risk stock market losses. So that is the story there. If you want to learn more about that, feel free to reach out to us in the comment section. Let's go to our charts. First, the bond yields are moving up today. Take a look at our dollar. Dollar index is up slightly. Look at silver and gold. Silver is slightly pulling back, had a pretty strong move yesterday. Gold gapping up today. That's pretty amazing, up 1%. Our favorite mining stock, Canada, was up earlier and is pulling back right now. Take a look at copper prices. Copper prices are gapping up today. Southern Copper tried to move higher, is pulling back. Freeport McMoran did the same. Vale in Brazil. Got a little delay here in our chart system. We're back. We got the software to work again. Hopefully we don't have that problem. So Volley tried to move higher and is pulling back down. We'll go to our other browser and see if that works any better. I am not sure why this always freezes, but I'll have to have an investigation. Finally comes up. So this is real. Tried to move higher, pulling back right around the 70 level, and finally BHP is actually bouncing, retreating once it hit its head on its 50-day moving average. Ethereum continues to pull back, see if it comes back and maybe a double bottom around 20 area. And Bitcoin is diving as well. It's down nearly 3%. See what our bond yields are doing. Bond yields are up a little over 1%. Now it's above 4.5%. I wouldn't think that would be good for interest rate, small capitalization stocks. And the 20-year is up 1.23%. Yeah, we got this strong cup with a handle on both of these. Take a look at the IWM. Tried to move higher in the morning, and now it has just dived down, nearly down 1%. Dow Jones. For some reason, looks like we're froze again. Here's the Dow Jones moving on up. It's holding on to its gains, even with the bond yields moving up. The NASDAQ, it's trying to hold on to its gains. The equal weight tried to move higher and hit its head on its 50-day moving average. S&P 500 is moving up 0.14, and the equal weight in the S&P is up slightly. Take a look at oil prices are moving up today, and then they turn tail. Take a look at energy. Did the same thing. Natural gas actually was working on a bottoming base and pulled back yesterday or this morning. Financials seems like they're kind of leading. They're continuing up today. JP Morgan. Goldman Sachs. American Express. Communications, Google and Meta are involved. It's kind of flat. Tech is up slightly today. Software tried to move higher and sold off. Semiconductors gapped up and they're on the low for the day. Tried to move higher and they are at the low for the day as well. Infrastructure. Chair just broke. So infrastructure is pretty flat for the day. Metals and mining. Tried to move higher, pulling back. Home builders pulling back on bond yields, moving up. Real estate moving down, I would imagine. Moving down. And utilities. They're really taking off. So that's kind of the look there. Let's take a look at what's up. 10%, 200% increase in volume. Got 4 issues. Garden Health gapping up almost 13%. Their earnings came in at negative 46%. TOST Therapeutics. Wow, look at that gap up 44.8%. There must be some other news besides. Let's just open the panel here. That was about a year ago, so that's not any news that'll help us. Gen Digital up over 14%, earnings up 15%, and Sweet Green 35%. Bitcoin is diving, so is MicroStrategy. We'll see if these guys continue going down. Inflation came in at 3.5% when people are expecting 3.2%. Consumers were expected to come from 77.5 to 77, and it fell to, I believe it was 67, was the consumer sentiment. Let's just take a look around. We are trading. TOST. It's pulling back with the yields moving up, putting pressure on small cap. We're no longer in Celsius, but it had a big move yesterday, and it's pulling back to its 50-day line right now. Elf Beauty. Tried to move higher yesterday and is pulling back today. 4. Shift 4 payments. Pretty near the high today. It missed on its earnings estimates, 54 cents, and I believe it had earnings estimates of 61 cents. TRMD tried to move higher, possible breakout, pulling back. Frontline gapped up today. We did put a position in both of these companies and Euro Cs. Looks like it's building on the right side there. EPO, after their earnings reported, they're trading in a pretty tight manner, riding right along the 50-day moving average. Opened a position in Bros. Dutch Brothers Coffee. It's on the weekly, got a pretty big move. Big gap up over here, up almost 10% today. It's a pretty good move. We remained in RTX. Continues up to 106. We got back into app. App continues up another little over 2% after its earnings beat. And NetApp trading pretty tightly. Got a double bottom, got a gap up over here, undercut the gap, and it's just been trading, and now it's trying to break out. It's back above the gap. So that's a kind of look where we are. That's Mornings with Michael for information and educational purposes only. Hope everybody has a great day, great weekend. We'll be up with our weekend update later over the weekend. Keep going out there, working on your goals and your activities, and you'll be surprised where you end up. Have a great one.